priorities with the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. I am thrilled that the new Democratic majority in the House is approaching infrastructure with the serious, big-picture thinking that it deserves. I'm encouraged by the bipartisan meeting that was held at the White House yesterday and truly hope that Congress and the White House will work together to enact legislation this Congress to invest in 21st century infrastructure for America. I'm a freshman member of this body and I represent my home, Illinois' 14th District. Upon taking office this January, one of my very first priorities was to proactively reach out to my constituents to learn about their community's infrastructure needs with the intent of contributing to this infrastructure package. From engaging with people in my district, I learned that our infrastructure investments needed to be, 1, inclusive of small communities and not just for the big cities, 2, broad and bold enough to go beyond roads and bridges, and 3, focused on building new infrastructure as well as repairing the old. First, this package needs to be inclusive when it comes to improving infrastructure. We need to make sure that the needs of small and mid-sized towns in America are represented, not just the big guys. For example, St. Charles, Illinois needs $500,000 to improve a local fire station. Elburn, Illinois needs $1.3 million to replace lead pipes in many of the village's homes so that drinking water is free from lead and other contaminants. Yorkville, Illinois needs $400,000 to refurbish a widely used outdoor recreation facility in the Kendall County Forest Preserve. You see, people in my district aren't thinking in the trillions, but for some of them, they may as well be. Because when we examined the details of these requests, we found so many of them didn't have options for help from the federal government within existing funding streams. Next, we need to adopt a broad and bold approach to investing in infrastructure. We do need rail and roads in my district, and we also need to think more broadly. Rail and surface transportation is important. Expanding Metro mass transit service to more of the Chicago suburbs is one of the top priorities for economic and cultural growth in my district. We need new transit stops and we need new transit lines. Right now, Kendall County is the fastest growing county in Illinois, but Metro rail service doesn't extend to Montgomery, to Oswego, Yorkville, Plano, or Sandwich. Students at Northern Illinois University, which serves over 25,000 students, don't have direct access to transit to Chicago for internships or career opportunities. Our state absolutely has a role to play here in funding and development, but Illinois is a huge player in the national economy. We pay federal taxes, and we need a strong partner in federal government. In addition to new mass transit, we need better roads. I was in McCollum Lake a few weeks ago and saw firsthand how bad the conditions of the roads affect road safety and the local economy. And unfortunately, McCollum Lake Road is just one of the many roads in my district that need critical repairs. But as we develop this once-in-a-lifetime agenda-setting package, infrastructure needs to mean all that: roads, rail, and much, much more. In McHenry County, infrastructure means rural and broadband access, including better metrics that better identify communities in our districts that are still pretty much on dial-up. Directing resources efficiently is key, and the devil's definitely in the details when it comes to broadband mapping. In McHenry and across the country, accessing the internet is critical for running a business, searching for a job, getting an education, and even seeing a doctor. It's not just about Netflix and Instagram. In Batavia, infrastructure means building the Fox River bike path to help reduce traffic and help people in our community live healthier lives. In Naperville, infrastructure means investing in our school facilities so that our kids get the absolute best public education we can offer them. And third, we need to invest in new projects as well as repair and maintain existing ones. Now, I'm a nurse, and I can tell you that an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Continuing to put off maintenance of our existing infrastructure isn't just dangerous, it's way too expensive. These upgrades need to be made, and as you all know, they're never going to be cheaper than they are today. Will all of this be a serious investment? Of course, because we should be paying for quality American workers and quality American jobs. We know that infrastructure can be a smart investment that pays off. That's our job in Congress, to make smart investments in roads, transit, schools, technology, clean energy, and that power our economy. That's our job, and I'm ready to get to work. Thank you again for having me today. I look forward to working with you, with all of you on the committee to bring America's infrastructure into the future.
I thank the gentleman.